am back in the search for justice because UK deserves better covers. In part 1, which is right here, we've realized that US has been favored by getting the prettier book covers. And I don't like that, so we are back with 30 more covers so we can settle this once and for all. First we have They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and UK has this really ingenious hourglass on the cover, and we have bold colors. It catches my attention. It also shows that they are running out of time, and it conveys much more than the also pretty blue one where there's just two people strolling. Oh, and they have like a Grim Reaper as a shadow. They're both interesting, okay? I'm gonna give it that. I feel like UK wins this one because it's more ingenious. Is it not? I don't know. Maybe I like the more playful type of book cover. Though again, I feel like it's close to a tie, but we're gonna give UK this one. The next one is One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, I think. We have a clear winner here. I don't know about you, but I love the faces. I don't know, it's more mysterious than the other one. The other one is just, you know, it's there. The US one is better in my opinion. I like it more. So US wins this one. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know if this is a pen name, but being named Rainbow, I feel like that is the cutest thing ever. They both give off the same vibe. This one has bolder colors and it's like separated, and you have the title in the middle, and the US one, I don't know, it attracts me more. It's not as much on the cover, but I like it more. The wire from their headphones makes the end, you know, mark. I like the US cover more. See what I'm saying? We are already seeing that US gets the more ingenious covers, except for the first one where they were very close. The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. They are both having a cartoonish feel about them, but the US one is more interesting. I don't know if are those airplanes or sharks? I'm not sure, but I'm curious, what are they? The other one has like more of a paper drawing of a house or something like that. I like the US one more. US gets another point. The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue by V.A. Schwab. If I were to pick between these two covers, I think I'd go for the UK one this time because I like the blue. In the US one, I think it's something like stars, right, connecting. That looks fine. It's kind of pretty, but still, I like the blue more. So UK wins this one. With Coraline, like the US one gives off very horror vibes. I know that I've watched the movie, I haven't read the book, but Coraline is kind of scary even for a kid's movie, right? I was kind of scared, but I really liked it. Even though the US cover like conveys that much more, it's really ugly, is it not? It's like, no, it's horrendous. I don't know what they were thinking. No. The UK one resembles more of what I'm imagining when I think of Coraline, so UK again. We all know the covers of A Little Light. We have the crying guy, I don't know what he's doing, he's more like whining, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. For US, and then we have the writing with, what's going on in the writing? Is it just the city? Yeah, I think it's a city, you know, viewed through the writing, which looks nice, right? It looks nice, but still, I feel like the whining guy is better. Maybe I'm just biased because I've seen that one so many times, and I feel like it kind of shows what the book is about. Is it about a guy whining? I'm not sure. I know it's very traumatic for a lot of people. US wins again. What I found is probably the old version of Throne of Glass, because now it looks like this, and what I found are these two. And we have the darker background for US and the lighter one for UK. Now I hate both of them, okay? They are both ugly. I like in my head Alien doesn't look like that. Either dark or light background, it looks like shit. But I would still choose the lighter one. It just looks a bit better for some reason, so UK wins here. Up until now, we have a tie. 4 for US and 4 for UK. Up until now, it looks fine. The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. And the US one is more colorful, whereas the UK one is a bit dull. But we have the faces here, whereas here it's just like, you know, splotches of colors, I think, right? Yeah, they're just are they just splotches of colors? Or are they intertwined faces? Well, that's weird. Still, I feel like the colors on the US one are more in your face and they make me more curious. They both look weird, but still I would go for the US one. Then we have Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. And well, I don't know what they were going for. I haven't read Hamnet. I don't know what it is about. But if I were to see the US one in the bookstore, I would not touch it, right? So US doesn't win this one because the UK one is really pretty. It makes me think of royalty, 1800s, you know, pretty dresses and all that. I feel like I am going in the worst direction possible because probably this book is nothing like what I'm describing. But I don't know, the cover for UK would have fooled me, so UK wins. Next we have Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, I think. Sorry for butchering the name. So they try to have the same structure for it. We have the two main characters, I believe. Both covers have half of their faces, but still, like, the UK one goes into Uncanny Valley, does it not? Because the faces are too well drawn for a cartoon cover. I don't know, is it just me? The US one feels more cohesive in a way. You have the airplanes, the drawing style is a bit more vintage, maybe? I don't know. And the font they use for the title, the US one just fits much better. I don't know what to tell you. US wins. If We Were Villains by ML Rio, I think. I've seen the UK cover everywhere, and I don't know if I'm biased because I kept seeing that one, but it's simple and it kind of gives me the Secret Society vibes by Donna Tartt, which I didn't like. I don't know if I'd like this book because I think that the vibes are really similar, but a lot of people like it, so I'm not really sure if I should read this book. If you've read it and you feel like it has more sense than The Secret Society, please let me know, I'll pick it up. UK wins this one. The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna, and US here is more monotone. It has a black background and you have a little bit of gold, and with the UK we have a pop of color because I love this light blue or turquoise or whatever the color is. I think it's a really pretty cover that really catches your attention. I like both. The US one is more dramatic and I'm expecting it to be a little bit darker, hence the color, while the UK one is a little bit more dreamy. So I'm not really sure. Even though the concept is the same, they give off really different vibes for me, so I don't know if that's a good thing, considering it's the same book. I would still go for the UK one, because I really like that blue. I'll go for UK. UK wins this round. The next book is Project Hail Mary, and I really want to read this book. I have a friend that just recommended it to me. It's her favorite book, and it has science fiction vibes, obviously, you can tell from the cover, and I am really eager to pick it up. When it comes to the covers, I feel like they are almost identical. One has yellow as a pop of color, the other one has red. I feel like the color doesn't really matter here, it's rather the font that they use. The US one chose a more interesting font that shows me that this book is going to be a little bit more intricate, or maybe we've got some plot twist. I don't know, it gives off more of an outer space alien type vibe than the UK one, so I'd definitely pick US over UK here. Ace of Spades by Farida. I'm not even going to attempt to read that, okay? Not trying it. And I like the concept for US. I really like it because it's basically a playing card. But the execution, I'm not really sure about that. No. Whereas the UK one gives off more mysterious vibes. I don't know if that's what the book is about, but the portraits being hit by this red light that comes off from the writing, because that's how it looks for me, it's more interesting. I mean, like, both ideas are interesting and cohesive, but it's just that UK did it better with their idea. UK wins again. You know what? I'm being surprised by this. The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. These two are like the same thing. US went for a more familiar aesthetic of the cartoonish covers, and UK has a more, maybe, nostalgic way of drawing the car. So I think I'm leaning more towards the UK one, though they're both the same thing, basically. We've had a lot of UK winner. I just checked and UK is leading with 2 points. Girl, maybe there hasn't been such a great injustice made, you know, because UK has pretty good covers, especially the ones I found for this video. Recursion by Blake Crouch, and girl, the yellow, if it catches my attention like straight away, then it's gonna be a winner, because this yellow here, it's just right in your face. You cannot ignore it. The other one is still interesting, and it kind of gives off this maybe dystopian vibe. I'm not sure. I know, cyber dystopian something. I like the yellow one more, but still the orange writing on the UK cover works really well. So UK wins this one. Conversation with Friends by Sally Rooney, and Sally Rooney tends to have these very sketched out type of cartoonish covers that I believe to be easy on the eye, and they kind of make you feel comfortable in a way. I don't know if that sounds weird. The UK one is much closer to what I'm expecting when I'm thinking of a Sally Rooney cover. The US one is kind of weird, honestly. I don't really like it. They both have the same color. The UK one, I mean, if we're gonna go with a cartoon cover, the UK one is much better. Okay, so UK wins this one. Discovery of Witches by Deborah. Is it Deborah or Deborah? Deborah? I don't know, I'm sorry about that. Harkness. And we have a blue cover with constellations in the background and, you know, the red one. And I like blue and red to the same extent. I feel like the red is more in your face and a bit more intense than the blue. I'm not really sure. The blue one gives off a more older vibe. So the UK one looks more interesting to me with the red, I don't know, smoke? If I were to choose one of them, it would be the UK one. Anna K by Jenny Lee, or is it Jenny Lee by Anna K? I don't know about you, but the UK one, they did a terrible job. Because what's going on? What's with this face? What did the artist think? Totally weird uncanny valley with it? Because that's what it gives off. Do I like the US one? No, absolutely. I don't really like real people on covers. Though the fact that we have a big writing and a blue background, it makes it better. So still, even if I dislike real people on covers, here it works. So US wins. Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Byron. I do not know what to choose, okay? I love the colors from the US one, but the drawing in the UK one is much better. I'm gonna go with the UK one. Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. They have a similar summer vibe about. The US one has people swimming? No, they're surfing, right? From an up perspective, which looks really nice for a book cover, and again with the pops of color. The yellow and the pink work really well together, but then the other one is more colorful, and I really like, I'm not sure. I like the wave on the UK one, it's very artistic. They are both really pretty. The US one would catch my attention much faster. I'll choose the US one, but here, this is really close to a tie. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and I do not like either of them. The drawing style is not really that great. I mean, it's not ugly, I just feel like on a book cover, it's not that pretty. The hand is really weird in the US one, is it not? No, we're gonna go with the UK one. The font is much better on the UK one, and we don't have that weird hand. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. We know who the winner is here, because the US one does nothing for me. The UK one tickles me. It's like, what's going on? We have a house made out of burnt matches, and I'm like, what's that? Why are we doing this on the cover? What's going on in the book? Okay, The Institute by Stephen King. And I just love the UK one. I love the colors. Like, you have the, whatever those are called. How are those called? Let's just call it a shovel. I think that works. So the shovels create rings in the water, and we have, it looks like it's, you know, glow in the dark type painting. I don't know. It looks interesting to me, much more interesting than the US one. Definitely, UK wins here. Skyward colored by Brandon Sanderson, and UK wins here again. They both have yellow, but then I feel like the purple doesn't really do it for me in the US one, and the girl facing me, I don't like the drawing style that much. Circe, I think. Search? No, it's not Search, it's Circe. By Madeline Miller, who wrote... How was it called? I read that one. She wrote The Song of Achilles. With these two covers, I mean, neither of them is ugly, for sure. They're both pretty, or rather interesting. But the US one gives off more Greek mythology vibes, and the book is based on Greek mythology again. We have the flowers in the UK one, and they look really appealing and pretty, but still, the other one conveys more, I feel like. And yeah, US wins here. The Wicked Dip by Shia Earnshaw, and the UK one is more like a drone style, and the other one is more Photoshop style. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I see them. And I like the deeper, darker blue in the US one, but UK did it better. I mean, it's much more committed to the style, and it looks much more cohesive than the US one. So I'll go for UK with this one. UK is leading with 5 points. So apparently my whole narrative was wrong, which is fine. I'm happy for UK now that they do not need me to seek justice for them, because they're doing just fine. They're doing just fine. Yeah, well, maybe book covers are subjective, you know? Everyone has a different taste. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you know any book cover pairs that are kind of interesting or weird, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!